Hello everyone, we are going to see about the students data set. So first the data looks like this. We have to change this data from columns. Since the data is unarranged, we have to arrange the data into the columns so that we can analyze it more precisely. So we have changed the data into the columns data set. So now we have to pre-process. The first step of data analysis is to pre-process the data. That is, we have to clean the data. So data pre-processing is the raw data which is converted into the understandable format data. The raw data contain missing data, noisy data, and many errors. All the problems will be solved by using data preprocessing techniques. So, we are going to do the data preprocessing technique for our data set. So first, before doing data preprocessing, we have to assign some random numbers to our data set. Since our data set is very large, we cannot. Since our data set is very large, we are assigning some random numbers to it. So to assign a random number, I am going to the I column and I'm typing a formula equal to ran between the first value number 1 comma to the last value, that is 1001. We have total of 1001 data sets. So we are going to assign 1001 data sets a random value. So we have to press enter. After pressing enter, we will be getting a random value for all the data sets. So after getting the random values, we have to start a pre-processing technique. So first, to start a pre-processing technique, we have to select from A to I tab and then go to the data tab. And after selecting the data tab, we should select from table or range. After selecting the from table or range, we will be redirecting to the Power Query editor. After selecting the Power Query editor, we must go to the random number bar. So where the random number bar. After going to the random number bar, we have to select the drop down box. After selecting the drop down box, we will be leading to some values. In that, we have to change the number. After in that number, you have to give in between values. After giving in between values, we have to start from 1 to 505. I am giving a starting number as 1 and the ending number as 505. After giving the in-between values, you will be getting some 500 random values of the data set, in which we have been using the random function. In the Power Query editor, we must in that random values, we must clean the data and sort the new values. That is, we will be getting some null values after assigning some random values and then getting the 500 random values. In that 500 random values, you may be getting some null values or extra spaces or negative values like that. So you have to check it and get out of that null values and negative values and spaces, extra spaces. So after all this process, our data set looks like this. So this is the final and pre-processed data set which has no negative values, no null values and no extra spaces. So this is our final data set. Now we are going to see about VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is nothing but vertical lookup. It is a function that makes Excel search for a certain value in a column, the so-called table array, in order to return a value from a different column in the same row. So now we are using VLOOKUP in this data set to find whether the test preparation course has been completed or not by the group. So for that, I am inserting a serial number tab. So I'll be inserting a serial number tab ranging from 1 to 500. After inserting a serial number tab, we will be writing the VLOOKUP formula. For that, I'm giving equal to VLOOKUP and then the tab which I want the values to be settled, that is the tab where I want the values to be. So I'm selecting the n column, then comma the whole table. I'm selecting it so that the table of array has the values of it. So I'm selecting from the D column to the L column and then comma and the number at which the at which the data is been the number at which the data is been at the column. That is, I want the data of the test preparation course. So the test preparation course in the fifth column, that is serial number 1, gender 2, like that we have to see from the first serial number. So the test preparation course stands at the fifth column. So I'm inserting the number 5, and I need whether, since this is not a number or a value, so I do not want to give approximate value. I need only the statement. So I'm giving us 1 and I'm closing the bracket and pressing enter. So I'll be getting, for 1 serial number, the test preparation course is none. So like that, if I change the number to 5, I'll be getting completed. So for this only, I have used the VLOOKUP function to sort the values more easily and comfortably. I'm using VLOOKUP in order to search the entire table and find out the value. You can sort the values more easily by using the VLOOKUP.
Now we can start making pivot table. On the screen I have some data: gender, race, parental level of education, test preparation course, math score, reading score, writing score, and average. Now what I want is to create a pivot table for this whole data. First of all, we will know about the difference between the normal table and pivot table. Normal tables are fixed, but pivot tables are flexible. Normal tables gives you entire data, whereas pivot tables gives you summarized data. Now, to get a pivot table, just keep the cursor in the data. Make sure when you create a pivot table for the data should not have any blank column or any blank record. See here, in the whole data set there is no any blank columns or blank records. Just select the data which you want and go to the insert tab and click on the pivot table. Now when you click on the pivot table, it will ask you two questions. One is to select the source data. Here the dancing ends are the selected source data. Secondly, it will ask where do you want to paste, new or existing worksheet. We will select new worksheet and give OK. Now if we move to the new worksheet, we can see a blank pivot table. There is nothing right now. If you observe, I have got something there, a pivot table fields. What is actually fields? The fields is a name in the column headings. In this data set, the headings gender, race, parental level of education, these are called fields. Now these field column is divided into 4 partition values. They are filters, columns, rows, and values. In this field, in values field, only numbers can be added. Having these fields, we can create a pivot table. Now by dragging and drop this parental level of education in filters field and genders to the rows field and average to the sum values field. See here, we have got a pivot table. Now by double clicking on this data, it will show the full detail of this data. If we select max score and click OK, it will show the full data about the max score got by the female. By using this method, we can create some more pivot tables for this data set. Okay, see here, we have created some more pivot tables. Same as like what we have done for pivot table, we have to follow the same process for pivot chart also. Here now you can select any data what you want and then go to insert tab and then select pivot chart. Same as like we have seen in pivot table. It asks two questions to select the source data. The stancing ends are the source data which have been selected. We have selected the whole 500 data, and then where we have to paste it, new page or existing page, new sheet. We will select new sheet, then we will move on to the new sheet. In this new sheet you can see a tab which is empty, and then you can see here pivot chart fields, the fields that are the headings on the data set. Same as like what we have done for the pivot table, we have to do here. We can scroll and drop down the headings, scroll the gender and drop down it on access bar, and then the math score, reading score and writing score on the values. Here it is visible, we can see the chart. By continuing the same process, we can make many more charts for the given data set. Here are the charts which we have done for the given data set: total, reading score, writing score, parental level, overall performance chart. Now we can create a dashboard for this chart. Now we have to select this whole chart, this whole cell, and cut it, and then open a new sheet and paste it. We can change the background color as we like. Then to create a dashboard, click on the chart once, and here you will get an analyze option. Click on that. Then you can see an option called insert slicer. Then click on that. Then we will get here one box. Then if you want to edit a data set, you can create a form and can edit easily. For that, click file menu and go to options, and then you will open it will open a tab. Then you should click quick access toolbar, and then select all commands and form, then give add. Then you will get a form symbol in the quick access toolbar. Finally, if you click it, you can get a form and you can edit it.